The following program contains no firearms, no scenes of hunting, no violence, and no cruelty to animals. We do not promote hunting. All guns shown in this program are compressed by spring, gas piston, or PCP. Do not require a firearm license. The program is aimed to be informative, entertaining, and sportive.
So hi everyone, welcome back to our channel, and this is another review video on our channel. So luckily I got my hands on this rifle to get a review about it. I received this rifle nearly a month back. Actually, I was trying out different varieties of pellets, speeds, and those kind of experimentations with this rifle. So at last, here's the time to make the review. So this is the Falcon .177 caliber single shot PCP air rifle. So the rifle came to me at 15 foot-pound power. Actually, this is a 15 foot-pound air rifle which has a 500cc of air reservoir over here. So 15 foot-pounds with a 500cc air reservoir, like, you are going to get a good number of shots, I would say. The rifle is rated to be filled up to 200 bar of pressure. So the working pressure on this rifle is 200 bar, and you can shoot all the way up to 100 bar. Consider the number of shots you will be getting out of it. It should be some not less than 150 shots for sure. Lifting the air rifle in the hand, like, at first I saw the rifle to be a bit bulky and like a little bit on the heavier side, I would say. That's mainly because of the stock. Actually, you have a big chunk of wood over here and a big chunk of wood over the grip and so kind of things. But when I started using this air rifle, I was pretty convinced with the stock. Actually, on the flatbed and the flatbed on the foregrip, actually, like, when you shoot out of a shooting bag, which I already have shown in a couple of videos, actually, it rests on the shooting bag very well, and you have a very stable shooting position over there. The rifle doesn't wobble around. If it is rounded, like, there is a chance of wobbling around, but this one stays very flat and very rigid. Rifle is based on a single shot concept. This is based on an Air Force Condor platform, I would say. The main concept of this air rifle is to deliver a very good power. I mean, like, the valve system is designed in such a way that it produces that gives out the air directly into the barrel, and you have to place the pellet right inside the barrel. That's the main important thing about this. There is no O-rings, no probe to push the pellet inside and so on. You can place the pellet with your finger right directly inside the barrel and directly goes out of it. This one has to be used as a single shot system, which is little bit tedious, but get used with it. Like, I didn't find any problems. And then going to the front of the air rifle, like, this has an 18-inch barrel on it. This has a 18-inch air rifle barrel, and below that you have a power adjuster. This is a power adjuster for this rifle, and this increases and decreases the tension of the hammer spring, resulting in a very hard hit on the wall or a very feeble hit on the wall. So delivering a power difference from 1 to 10. They have rated from about 1 to 10, and I did test this one, and there was a difference in velocity for sure. So right now the power is set exactly at 15 foot-pounds, somewhere around 850 feet per second, I would say. So coming behind the power wheel, we have the breech of this air rifle, which is an aluminum breech, which is very smooth, I would say. Like, I just like to point it out because, like, loading this rifle, you don't find any difficulties. You can see how smooth this operates. I'll put a close-up video for that too. This breech is very smooth and seals the air very well. I can't see any kind of air coming out of this breech while taking the shot. I have shot more than 500 shots, or maybe more than 1000 shots, I hope, but still I did not find any problems of leaking in this aluminum breech, I'd say. Initially there was a Derlin breech which was not good, but it is now replaced with an aluminum breech by the factory. So over that we have an 11mm dovetail. This rifle has a 11mm dovetail all the way to the tip of the barrel and towards the back, and this is a scope rail, which is a raised elevated part, and here we have a 11mm part, and down we have a 11mm rail. You can add accessories onto this rifle, like flashlights, lasers, and those kind of accessories. We have a lot of place to mount those accessories on this rifle. Behind that we have the manometer of the rifle, which shows the available pressure inside the reservoir, and other side of the manometer we have the fill port. This is a quick fill probe. This is a male quick fill probe, which is very easy to access, which is exposed actually, but still very easy to access and easy to fill. But filling of this air rifle using a hand pump will take a lot of time to fill this air rifle. So better, I would suggest, for a scuba tank or an electric compressor. That will be the best option to go with. And below that we have the trigger of this rifle. This is a single stage non-adjustable trigger, breaks really clean, and the pull weight of this trigger is very light. I mean, like, compared to all the other PCPs which I have in hand, like, this is much lighter than them, I would say. Next up is the loading of this rifle. So I'll show how this rifle is loaded actually. This is a breech over here and you have a handle over the breech. You just hold this handle and push it forward, just slides the breech over, which exposes the barrel, and you have to place the pellet right inside the barrel straight away. And when you close the breech, this seals a gap between this top hat and this barrel. So this is the place where the valve gives out the air. Actually the air from the valve is coming out of this top hat and goes inside this barrel. So this is a straight line of valve system, which is very efficient, I would say. And considering the shot counts of this rifle, like this is meant to be a 15 foot-pound air rifle. So 15 foot-pound is 850 feet per second with a 8.4 grain pellet actually, so which is pretty good and consistent. So this is the same speed which I have set this rifle up to now. The thing is, like, this rifle has a working pressure of 200 bar actually. So from 200 bar you can shoot all the way up to 100 or 110 bar. But I tried from 200 bar to 100 bar, but I found a difficulty that the velocity of this rifle is like hiking up and down from 200 bar. It's not so flat and consistent. After a few weeks of testing and trying out different pressure, finally I found a place where this rifle is very consistent and good. Actually this is an unregulated air rifle, so we have to be very reliable on the filling pressure which we are shooting this one. So finally I found that if you fill this air rifle right up to 150 bar and shoot up to 110 bar, which are pretty good and accurate actually. So right now I'm just running in the same setup, so I just fill this rifle only up to 150 bar and shoot it down to 110 bar or maybe about 100 bar, like depends on the situation, but still I'm getting very good consistency and accuracy out of this rifle. So on the top I have mounted a Discovery scope, Discovery 3 to 12 by 40 magnification scope on the top. It's a side wheel focus scope, so I have added a side wheel for easier focusing. So I have taken shots, I mean, like, I just like to take 25 yards and 50 yards group with this rifle. The most accurate pellet I found out of this is the JSP 10.34 pellets. JSP 8.4s and the 13 grains and 16 grains were accurate too, but the problem is the 13 grains and the 16 grain pellets were very tight in this breech actually. As I already told you, lighter the pellet, it has a more easier chance of pushing away by the wind, which is windy over here in my place, so I would like to stick with the 10.34. So for the accuracy part, like, I'm going to take shots at 25 and 50 yards. So I'm going to take two groups at 25 yards and 50 yards. So let's take those shots and come back to this place. Before going into the shooting session, I would like to show something very interesting. Have you seen this target? I mean, like, you might have seen this kind of a target in almost all of my videos. So this is a shoot and see target which I make by myself. And when you hit a pellet on this target, you will be able to see a bright color, that is this color which is at the back, which will come over to the place where the pellet hits the target. So the shoot and see or splatter targets, and right now I don't have to take so much of effort because I have shoot and see targets which is readily available. I have some shoot and see targets with me, like sheets of shoot and see targets, which is sent over to me for testing, and I have tested this widely. Like, I have tested with all kind of pellets and things, like works like a charm. Very good actually, made with the bright colors. I can see the impact of the pellets very clearly. So I am very happy to use this one, which is recently about to be launched in India, which is manufactured in India, which is not going to be pricey too. So I am so happy with these targets. So it will be available in market for you all really soon. So I'm going to use the same targets at 25 and 50 yard range. Let's use this one and you will know it for sure, like how good the targets are. Let's go. So here we are at the 25 yard range shooting the Falcon with the Discovery scope on it, and I have my scope cam on it, but I have not set it at the slow motion. I think it will be better to see in slow motion. Maybe if there is a flyer, we can see that in slow motion. I hope so. I'll put it on slow motion. Okay. Yeah, it's on slow motion now at 25 yards. I'm going to take 5 shots on that shoot and see target. Let's see how it goes. I have set up a camera over there to take some close-up shots. JSP 10.34s through the Falcon, 5 shots. The pressure of the rifle is somewhere around 145 or 140 bar, which I found to be the sweet spot for this rifle. And before shooting, I would say, like, there are a couple of flyers. I could see a couple of flyers in this rifle. I don't know the reason for that. Let's find it out. Let's see whether there are flyers in this time. So start the recording and take the 5 shots. Okay, a bit to the right. close by. Almost into the same hole. It's recording. Ooh. That one just went away. I mean, like, let's see if that was a flyer. Following shots will prove it. Okay, that seems to be a flyer. Maybe I'll take the slow motion footages and all the shots which are moving away from the target now. We can find whether it's a flyer, the pellet is spiraling or not. Okay, I'm taking one more shot, maybe the 6th shot, I hope so. Okay, groups really well. How about taking a couple of shots? Maybe 7 or 8 shot group will do at 25 yards. It's too hot over here. Okay, so seems to be a good group. Let's take the target up close and see how it is. So the 25 yards group is done. Here we have the results actually. This is the 25 yard group. Actually this is a 10 shot group, not a 5 shot group. So considering a 10 shot group at 25 yards, this is pretty good, I would say. Maybe less than an inch, I hope, not more than an inch. And for this one shot which has moved away, like I might have to see the slow motion footages and find out whether this was a flyer, a spiraling pellet I mean, or part of the group. Like I had to take a look, and this rifle was zeroed exactly at 25 yards, but there was a little bit of wind pushing the pellets actually. They have already mentioned this is a shoot and see target which is newly made in India, so works pretty good, right? Like you can see it by yourself. We can see the shots like very clearly where the shot has landed, not much of a tear to the target too, like, so I'm very happy with the targets. Let's go in for the 50 yard group and then come back with the 50 yard targets. So actually the wind is picking up and dropping off now and then, so what I'm going to do is like I'm going to take the shots straight away, like stop talking, take the shots. Okay, we are at the 50 yard range, JSP 10.34s. Let's take 5 shot groups. It's going to drop half a mil dot for me, so turning on the scope cam, let's take the shots. Ooh. Just went all the way to the left. I can see a very good wind over here, so completely pushed away by the wind. All right, it's a very good push of wind, but still the shots landed into the same place. Okay, somewhere inside. Here goes the 4th shot of the group. All right, now in for the 5th shot. Okay, I don't understand, like because there is wind, but the shot landed near the bullseye. Let's take a couple more shots. Okay. Actually, I lost count of the shots. Maybe 6th or 7th shot, I hope so. Right. Now I get a grouping. Like, I can see the shots landing very close to each other, which is the second grouping which we attained actually. Alright, this was completely wind. Actually, the wind is gusting over there, but still I kept on taking the shot, and I saw the shot like flew away all the way to the left. Actually, the wind is towards this cross direction from the right to the left. I'll take one more shot, but still it is windy over there. You can see from the grasses behind. Alright, let's conclude with this one. I'll take the targets up close and see how it is. So here we have the 50-yard group. I mean, like obviously there are some shots over here. This is out of wind, I mean like gusty wind pushing the pellets, and I don't know why the first couple of shots grouped over here and then the shots moved away from here. I don't know whether it is because of the wind or maybe a spiraling of pellets. I don't know, like if it is spiraling of pellets, like I'll show you the slow motion footage. And this one I think approximately about 5 or 6 shots, I hope, landing almost very close to each other. I can see one shot going away. So considering the 25 and 50-yard group, okay, still this rifle is performing decently. Still have to learn more about this rifle. Maybe I'll have to take some more long ranges like 75 yards and so on. I just like to make this rifle regulated or something, try different things with this rifle and get into the 75-yard group later. So but as of now, 50 yards, I would take it any day. It's a very good group, I would say. Actually, we saw the look of this air rifle, the features of this air rifle, and lot of things, and then we went to the accuracy testing part, the 25-yard and the 50-yard accuracy testing. Like, I was pretty happy with that too. At 150 bar, I was getting very good accuracy and consistency in velocity, but at 200 to 150, I was getting a little bit of up and downs in velocity, which led to inaccurate groups. So I would like to go with 150 bar, and if you want to go with the 200 bar fill and still get the more more shot counts out of this rifle, you might have to add a regulator to this rifle. There are regulators available. Factory is also trying to come up with a regulator for this rifle. That's what I heard from them. If they put up a regulator over here, and it will be very good, like you can get lot of shots out of this rifle and consistent velocities too. So that will be a very great idea if it is coming with a regulator. And the price point of this rifle, I have not mentioned the price point on this rifle. At the time when I got this one, I was informed that the price is not completely fixed. When I get the price of this rifle, when I get to know the price of this rifle, I'll update it in my description below, so you can check it in the description. And apart from that, this rifle is doing really good, like single shots, that's the only concern, like not a magazine fed, but this rifle is a single shot rifle which is decently good. I love this rifle for sure. So this is a platform where you can make a lot of modifications, custom things and everything. Like, I'll try to work on this rifle and bring up the same rifle in the next video with a very good performance, I hope so. So we saw the review of this Falcon Air rifle and the shoot and see targets, which is really an amazing thing. Actually, I don't have to spend a lot of time to make my shoot and see targets. It will be available for you also, the same targets which we used in the video. It's available for sale really soon. So the shoot and see targets were working well. So we saw the review of a shoot and see target and the Falcon today. So I'll come up with a new one, a new video soon as possible. Like, see you in the next one. Bye bye.